Hello, and welcome to an episode of Internet Marks Rants or Says or Reacts, basically. And so, yeah, we're talking about Avengers Doomsday. That's the film, the big film that's coming out next year from Marvel. And it's been delayed. It's been put back by 6 months. So now the release date is 18th of December 2026. And Secret Wars also has been put back to December 17th, 2027. So properly delaying the films. And yeah, I guess considering they've only just started filming it here in England, it makes all the sense in the world. Perfect. Personally, I can't see a negative other than people not being able to see it. Yeah, I think it's interesting. It's a change from the calendar that we expected, and I think it can only be a good thing that they've put a delay on. They've put the brakes on and decided to delay it by 6 to 7 months in terms of the release date. This way, they can sort of help to further get their ducks in a row. They can sort out any connecting tissue sort of projects that they want to accomplish in between. Speaking of which, this now means that Spider-Man 4 Brand New Day, still scheduled to release July of 2026, now comes before Doomsday rather than afterwards, or in between Doomsday and Secret Wars, which was what was planned. So that's an interesting change from the books, and I think may actually help that story flesh itself out, because there was rumors that it was going to take place. I mean, seemingly we're getting some casting news now with Sadie Sink included, and it was going to take place before Doomsday, and so it would almost be time-wise a bit confusing for the mainstream audience. This makes all the sense in the world even further then in that case. And then there's a rumored, not announced, rumored Doctor Strange 3, loosely called Time Runs Out. I think there's strong rumours from some insiders that title is going to change sometime in the near future, when it gets officially announced, and that will connect even further to Doomsday, Secret Wars, Battle World creation. Really exciting stuff that they can set up. And so yeah, I think if the rationale is to push back the release date in order to improve the quality of the storytelling, the connecting tissues between the projects, maybe even the TV projects as well as the films, then that can only be a good thing. And yeah, I think I really can't see too much negativity about this. However, if you look online, and I'm going to get on my soapbox a little bit because there's got a lot of commentary online, as you can imagine, from our friends on YouTube. And I'm not a hypocrite. I know I am one on YouTube, and I'm prone to say the odd negative thing and rant. But for the reasons I just laid out, and for the reasons that we haven't seen the projects yet, we haven't seen the output that they're referring to when they decide to make their videos. And like myself, but I'm not judging the quality of the film yet because I haven't seen it. I don't presume that the film is going to be terrible and bad, and that's why they put the release date back. Although if you look online, that's exactly what the rationale is. I've made a couple of videos about this on the channel already. It really is frustrating to have prejudgments out there and unbalanced, unobjective views from YouTube commentators. Such as myself, I'm not a hypocrite about it, but it is weird to prejudge such things and to decide the rationale and the decision making have been so appalling. And this isn't a further evidence of that. I believe that this is evidence that they know what they're doing, or it's evidence that they are getting the message, rather than release something that might be half-baked. Like I said, they've just started filming in the last few weeks. That's a big push to get a film of that nature, 2 to 3 hour film, that's going to expand a lot of storytelling. It's really going to be otherworldly. We're going to, you know, we've got to introduce, summarize, and almost create a character arc for a brand new character to the MCU. One of the most legendary villains and in-depth characters ever seen in comics. Why would you rush that? Why would you rush that out? And I think it's smart rationale. And I haven't even got to the release date itself. Recently, the past few years, the release date of May, summertime, where it used to be blockbuster season for the films, have seen a downturn in a downturn in upticks in ticket sales, and because it's a crowded market. If you can own the winter window, I mean, that is a longer duration theatrically. If you get it, especially the Christmas boom, which I know Disney loves that period, moving that movie into the Christmas period, post-Christmas period, Oscar season, when, you know, films that don't potentially do too well at the box office, but films like Spider-Man No Way Home have benefited from that. Avatars have benefited from it. Star Wars has benefited from it. There's a long history of that winter window being very beneficial for films that can stay in the box office for weeks on end until something more substantial is released. I think it's a genius move. I think for creatively, it's a genius move, and for business, it's a genius move, and really smart. And I'm glad it's happened, especially if it means we are going to get a better quality product as a result of it. And the online hate towards it, the headlines of Marvel's panicking and the ultimate panic move, I don't see that. I'm really surprised that that's the instant take. Well, I'm not surprised, I guess. But it's, extremely frustrating to hear. But anyway, let me know what you think. Do you agree with those people, those channels that are creating panic and headlines accordingly? Or do you agree with me that a more balanced take is needed and a more patient take is needed? If we see the film and it's rubbish, I'll agree with those people. Absolutely. But to prejudge, I think is a little silly and a little rash. But let me know what you think in the comments below, and drop me a like if you like what I'm saying, or like the video itself, and or a discussion point. Let me know. All right, thank you. Take care. Bye.